Peter Chang here for Module Cave TV, and welcome to step 17 of our SCX-60 CF RC car build. And we're in for a real treat. We're going to go ahead and finish off the install of Bag E, which is the rear suspension of our SCX-60 CF. And what we see here are the rear hinge pins that are going to go ahead and hook into our control arms, our rear control arms, to attach this to our SC10 conversion here. And what's really cool is that the X-Factory parts are really just well made and well manufactured and well machined. So let's go ahead and install the rear hinge pins, and these are kind of tricky to align, so just make sure that you are a little bit more patient when you're installing in the rear hinge pins, and making sure that they just kind of stick in there temporarily. Then the other step is you're going to go ahead and just grab like one of your spacers and just slide it right in. And if it feels like when you put in your spacer, and it feels like after you install your rear control arm, and it feels like you're getting too much slop, you may need to try and experiment with a different spacer. If you don't have the right spacer, what you could do is you could also install some shims. And so like if I put in like 2 shims or 3 shims in one side, I should put in like, let's say I put in 3 shims on the left side, I should also put in another 3 shims on the right side, so that everything is symmetrical and everything just lines up well. And also when you put these in, you don't have the shock tower in just yet, so the CVAs will actually fall out of the outer drives as well. So just so you're aware, you need to be a little bit more patient with this step, just because when you're installing it, things aren't 100% in place or 100% set up correctly, and they will fall out, and you will get a little frustrated, a little bit annoyed, but it's just part of the fun as you're building this out. So just keep that in mind. Just take a break, take plenty of breaks when you get stuck, but it should go nice, smooth, and easy. Okay, so at this point we're going to go ahead and just line everything up and get our rear control arms lined in, and then we're just going to go ahead and just pop in the rear CVA into the outer drive there, and that is lining up. Mine is actually going to just be okay there, so that looks great. I could go ahead and tackle the other side. Now that the other side is in there, let's talk a little bit about toe in, and what degree of toe in you should be running. What's so great about this kit is that it includes a 4-degree toe in bar and a 3-degree toe in bar. And what's interesting about this is that it really lets you decide as a driver which toe in it's going to work best for you. If you're just fairly new to mid-motor RC cars, or just fairly new to this whole concept of mid-motor, or if you're just a fairly new short course driver, I would suggest the 4-degree toe-in bar to drive. If you ran a few races and you'd like to go fast, I would suggest the 3-degree toe-in. Now you have a little bit less control, less stability with the 3-degree toe-in, but you could definitely go way faster. For me, I know I should be using the 4-degree toe-in, but a part of me loves to see the car run fast, so I'm going to go ahead and put in the 3-degree toe-in. So if you're a newer driver like me, don't do what I'm doing, just do what I say. So and it's going to be fun to run faster. So So I'm going against my own advice. I'm just going to go ahead and install in the 3-degree toe-in. As you do this, the rear hinges will pop out because simply because you don't have everything screwed in yet. Not everything is 100% stable, and it could be kind of frustrating. My best advice for this would be to get a good night's sleep all the time as you're building it out. And another piece of advice would be, if you could help it, maybe not build out your SCX-60 CF in one sitting. Take plenty of breaks, or if you're like me, you space it out for a period of time, and it just becomes this relaxing thing that you do as you build out your car. So for me, I like to space out the build, relax, and have a good time and do the best possible job with each part of the build. So, alright, so let me just tackle this again. I'm going to go ahead and grab the 3-degree toe-in bar and install this in there. And not much to it really, just be kind of patient so that all the parts don't come flying out. The rear CVAs dog bones will pop out from the outer drive joints because we don't have the rear shock towers installed yet, but it's not the end of the world. It's easily fixable, and it's very doable. Okay, let's talk about anti-squat. The kit includes a couple of anti-squat washers, and it's really interesting with the anti-squat. The more anti-squat you put in, it's going to feel like you have more traction up front, and then the car is going to jump way higher and better. You're going to have a better parabola when your car is jumping. But if you put in less anti-squat, it's going to feel, like better or more stable on the corners and the cornering. So what do? I would suggest, like me, because I'm fairly new to this, I would suggest maybe just going with the 0.06 or 0.09 inches of anti-squat just to get used to it. So just kind of setting it as a medium and just trying it out. So I'm just going to go middle of the road with my anti-squat until I perfect my mid-motor driving. And also, I feel like this really makes this kit just super interesting and cool because you could tune the car to your driving style, and it's something that you go back and just reconfigure and tweak again. Thanks for watching, and remember, everything matters, and stay tuned for step 18.